Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Law enforcement agencies are promising to crack the whip on corruption. An eThekwini municipal worker facing charges of extortion and corruption is expected to apply for bail sometime next week. The accused works in the municipality's Integrity and Investigations Unit. eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathaih is following the story for us and he joins us now live. Dasen, of course, you've been getting reaction to this particular case. It looks like something that the Hawks and the police will crack even more wide open. What are people telling you?
And that's very important, Maseko, because the court case is just one element when it comes to this particular matter, because the other part of this is what are the implications of what's happening in court at the moment. I mean, you've got a forensic investigator who is responsible for cleaning up the municipality, getting rid of corruption, who's there in the dock. So what does that mean for the other cases that he's been investigating? What does that mean for the perception by the public of that unit? So lots of questions and certainly lots of reaction. So we're talking now to Dasen Thathaih. He's the DA caucus leader in eThekwini, but also an EXCO member. I recall, Mr. Mthethwa, that there was a statement that was put out by your party saying that you were, if I had to paraphrase, not surprised because you've had some previous bad experiences with that particular unit, the Integrity and Investigation Unit. Perhaps let's first start there, just to contextualize this.
Look, we were not surprised. Obviously, we are very much concerned that a unit of this nature is involved in such a messy and corrupt activity. But as we said, we're not surprised because there has been a suspicious activity for years in that unit. There are reports that implicate politicians and some senior officials that get swept under the carpet, which is why we tabled earlier this year a motion in council to say the city integrity and investigation reports must be made public and we must get regular reports from that unit. But that doesn't happen. So we do know that that unit is compromised, has been infiltrated by some rogue elements.
What does this mean, though? I mean, that particular unit is responsible for essentially making sure that all of our money is used in the right way when it comes to municipal tenders, to make sure that those that are tasked with taking care of our money are not involved in any dodgy activities. This investigator, as well as the other one that would have resigned, would have been involved in many cases, or would have had many cases on their tables. How do you think this will affect the perception of that unit, or how can this situation be salvaged?
Basically, it means we are in trouble because these are the people who are supposed to be fighting corruption and fraud. If they are themselves involved in that, it means we will be losing the fight against corruption and fraud in eThekwini. So basically, that's what it means, that our ratepayers' money is not in the right hands at the moment.
What will you be doing as one of the opposition parties to ensure that this case is not swept under the carpet and that besides this particular matter that's in court, that there will be, for example, more transparency when it comes to how that unit operates?
Look, we heard that one of the investigators has resigned. Obviously, the other one is still in custody. What we'll be doing is to make sure that we get regular updates from the city manager. In this case, every ESCO meeting, we must get a report as to what's happening. With the one that has already resigned, I think there must be an investigation to say which other investigation he has been involved in, so that if it means that we are able to follow that up with criminal charges, we do so.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Mthethwa. I do appreciate it. Maseko, just to touch on that point of the other employee that has resigned, I have checked with police as well, and they say that although they have not opened any criminal charges yet, they're not ruling out that possibility. And as I mentioned to you earlier, this investigation is still in its early stages.
All right, Dasen Thathaih, live for us in the city of eThekwini. Thank you. Let's leave it there for now.